Attorney Symone Redwine is here with us.
Good morning.
Breaking down some of these cases. All right, so we already broke down the Dak Prescott case. Y'all missed that one, so we got to talk about that again. But let's talk about Diddy. There's a new case with the producer. I can't think of this guy's name. There was a producer who came out. He had pictures of...
I was going to call him Mr. Receipts.
Mr. Receipts. Yes. He had receipts for his, and everybody now is... And then Diddy's trying to say it's a lie. I don't know. I've never seen one have that many receipts.
There were a lot of receipts, but the receipts were not necessarily relevant to the claim.
Facts.
Really?
So what I think he was using is the receipts almost in the form of like a blackmail. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of those receipts dealt with other people that weren't necessarily part of that lawsuit.
Right.
So like he had a picture of
Cuba
Stevie
Gooding
J.
Jr.? Oh, yeah.
He had one of Stevie J turned to the side with a Caucasian gentleman. But Stevie J isn't one of the people he was suing. Right? So and then also, remember, he's suing for basically the same thing as Cassie, as well as the woman that was the teenager that came out prior to Cassie.
Right.
Cassie and the teenager have the same lawyer. What's suspicious to me about this is why didn't that lawyer want this case too?
Okay.
Right.
You're making the same
they
accusation.
had the option.
They had the option. And this lawyer already settled for multiple millions for Cassie, right?
Right.
So they know all the ins and outs and how to get it done fast, quick, and big money. And if that lawyer didn't want this one, that's what makes me think there's a lot of receipts, but the receipts are not going to be admissible in court. Just because it's on the petition doesn't mean. And Diddy's lawyers have already filed a motion to dismiss on this one. I anticipate that there may be some counts that will be dismissed, not all of it. But certain ones where not only they're dismissed, but then certain things get struck, as in those pictures have to be removed because they're not directly relevant.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Wow. Okay.
I think he wanted to get some money on the
Can
table.
Miami be brought into this a little bit because she was brought up about her and her cousin hitting on
Right.
people or whatever?
I think Miami will absolutely be listed as a witness if they get to the stage of depositions. She will be deposed, and I want to see that deposition because that's going to be
Carisha,
entertaining.
let me ask you,
Now-
on the night of...
As an attorney, you said you can see a lot of this. So you get to see some of this stuff, or you just understand it or read all
Correct.
through it.
Well, what happens is the depositions, if they start moving towards the trial phase, the depositions can be accessible. It just depends on what the judge orders. They're going to try to seal certain things, but that's how various different cases, Trump and Bill Cosby. Ultimately, that's how Bill Cosby got took down, is because some of his depositions became public.
So, Simone, I'm going to be co-counsel on this one right here. I'm going to be co-counsel.
Go ahead, Trey.
Basically, what you're saying is if the judge finds it frivolous, then they will not move to the deposition.
Indeed.
Go ahead, Trey. Hey, go call me Trey Cochran from now on.
All right, Mr. Cochran.
There you
Yes,
go.
I'm talking about Esquire. Yeah, buddy.
So everybody, we're talking to attorney Symone Redwine. Let's talk about Jerry Jones and that little girl. I'm mad because I'm like this. Why won't he take a DNA test? That's his baby, ain't it?
It's his baby. It's absolutely his baby. And we still in Black Women's Month. Oh, Women's History Month.
There we go. Yeah.
National Women's
Yeah,
Month.
sorry. It's all of us. It's all
Something
of
like
us.
that.
Love you, ladies. This one is one where the black woman, the black female judge, had ruled that, yes, he has to take the test. And he was hot, and he's appealed it now. But basically what's gone on here is Jerry was dating this woman who was a clerk at American Airlines back in Bentonville, Arkansas, where he's from. She was working the front desk, okay? And he was dropping off some
Uh-oh.
peanut. He was dropping off some pee, okay? To her. The woman was still married. She was married and gets pregnant. Now, Jerry had told her, don't worry, we don't need condoms. I have a vasectomy. But she was married and she was a bit estranged from her husband. So when they go for the divorce, the husband says, I don't think this kid is mine. And she takes the paternity test. It's not her husband's. She's shocked.
Wow.
That's how she figures out it's Jerry's.
Wow.
But Jerry makes the mother sign an agreement that says, if you sign this agreement that says you will never go to court to make me prove paternity, I'm going to give you I'm going to pay you $300,000. This was back in the 90s. Right? She's working at American Airlines counter.
Yeah.
She's making about $25,000 in Bentonville,
Right,
Arkansas.
right.
He said, I'll give you $300,000 plus I will create a trust for the daughter that's going to have this different money in it, but she can never go to court on this. What happened now is the daughter has been lives up the street from Jerry and says, I want to know if he the pappy.
I'm with the daughter, though.
And so what happened is the daughter is seeking an order from the court to say, Judge, I want you to confirm whether if I go to court to ask about paternity, does this mean I don't get my trust fund?
Oh, wow.
So that's the issue. And the answer is, the law says this is an illegal contract. It is an unlawful contract.
What, the one that Jerry had with the mama?
Yeah. The mama had no idea. Ladies, listen to me. If a man ever says, I'm going to make you sign an agreement that says you're going to get this as child support and you can never go back to court, that is unlawful.
Really?
Even if you sign it and you take all $300,000, the next day you could trot yourself to the courthouse and file because the court gets to determine what's in the best interest of the child.
Okay, so here's my other thing with this girl. Now, how much money in the trust? Do we know?
We don't know, but it's a lot.
Okay.
Because she got some at 21, more at 25, and I think she gets a bit more at 28.
It's still not enough to say, if something happens to my daddy, I can get half of these money for the Cowboys, though.
Right. Now, it's really too late for her to go for back child support, so that's not even what she wants. For her, she might want to know, like, am I gonna be dating my cousin? You know, because all these people live.
She just wants closure.
And then she wants closure because she knows it's not her mom's husband. So who else could it be?
Yeah, you want to know who your daddy is. Come on, Jerry, go on and just pee in a cup or whatever you got to do.
And the law says you are actually allowed, even if you are at the big age of 28 or whatever, you have a right to know who your father is.
Absolutely.
And so, but you have to have some sense of evidence. You can't just point to Jay-Z and be like, that's my daddy.
Well, there is one who's doing that, or several.
Yes.
I like that case, too. You got to come back and talk about that case.
Gotcha.
Please.
All right, so Symone Redwine, attorney Symone Redwine, how do people find you? If somebody wants to find you, get you on their show, need
Absolutely.
what do you call it? Advice, legal
Sure.
advice. How do they find you?
So you can go to SymoneRedwine.com. That's SYMONE, redwine.com. Or you could also go to my Instagram, which is attorney Symone Redwine. I also own a title company. So if you want to close any real estate deals in Texas, or you need like a background check maybe to see like, is there some liens? Is my baby daddy, like, does he have another wife? Definitely hit me up. I can help with all of those things.
Okay. Which, by the way, will you come back and do that? We're going to talk background checks.
I would love to.
I want her to do that on the show once a week or so. We got to do background checks.
And if you can't get to Simone, you can get with her co-counsel. Just follow me on.
Come on, Trey.
Just follow me online.
What's your name again?
It's Trey Cochran, Esquire.
Esquire. Yes,
That's right.
Simone, thank you for coming in. You guys clap it up for Miss Symone Redwine.
Hey.